Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Summer's Room, where we report the Facebook facts and debunk false narratives. We are not against anyone, and we strive to avoid turning our personal opinions into facts. If you ever catch us posting information that is untrue, we are always open to being corrected. We want everyone to win. A big part of our success is the support from our followers. So if you enjoy this page, please make sure you share your girl out. If you are here, make sure you like, share, and follow. And if you are a first-time viewer, welcome to Summer's Room. You guys move over, make some space on the blow-up beds for our guests. Hey, Kush, what up, girl? If I lost my joint. That was it. Welcome. How y'all doing? Come on in, y'all. Hey. Hey, Tatiana. Hey, Jody. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, Dominique. Oh, so tonight we have Cooking It Up with Mama Lu. She is coming back. She has some things she wanted to address. Can you guys tag Bella Silva? Because she is a person who is going to be brought up. I think blasted, if I'm not correct. If I'm correct. So tag those people in the audience. I would like them to be present. You know how we do. If something is going to be spoken about an individual, I like to offer them the opportunity to address what comes up if they want to. Thank you so much for asking, Kush. Make sure y'all go follow Kush. Make sure y'all go follow V-Rod. Hey, V-Rod, how you doing? Hey, Missy. Hey, Denise. And our guest is here. So we're going to welcome Denise. Welcome to the room. Y'all welcome Denise to the room. Make some space for her on the blow-up bed. Y'all know how we do. And our guest is here. Oh, it said I can't add you. Uh-oh. Let me see. Uh-oh. Mama Lu, leave out and come back in. It's not letting me. It's saying I can't add you. I don't know if you left out the room or whatnot, but it's not allowing me to add you. I'm doing great, mamas. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing, Tracy. Hit that share button, you guys. Tonight we are going to be interviewing Mama Lu. She wanted to address some things. She was trying to catch me up on the full picture, but some of the things. Hey Bella, welcome to the chat. Hey Tina, hey Tammy. Hey, thank you so much for the stars, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Hey Shaniqua. Hey Mama Lu.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? Hold on, I gotta do that thing. Let's see with the. Let me see. All right, I can hear you now. All right, so we have Mama Lu back for a second time. She has some things that she would like to talk about. So I know me and you have been talking in the inbox. Some stuff that you sent me, I was not able to open, so I can't really speak to that. So you let us know what it is that brings you to the live today.
Okay. And then I have the screenshots. And although I can read them and stuff, I could see where it could be hard to read. So Kush is going to clear that up for you and then send a very more visible, but I'll still talk about it, because I, as I said before, I will only speak on things that I'm sure of, that I've seen proof of, to address something that has, of course, gotten way out of hand. As we've agreed, it's a lot more than I even bargained for from the very beginning. So yeah, that's what I go over.
Okay.
It's turned into a lot. And although I'm not a perfect person, so it's not a thing to come on and be like, make mistakes or no one's allowed to trip up. But it's become more than that. And I think at our age, and some of the stuff has gotten real weird, I don't think we should be, as creators on here, I think we should be setting a better example. No matter who it is, no one should be, I don't care who it is. Even if I don't watch the person and I don't like them, there's levels and limits and boundaries.
I agree.
So, and I seen you post something about the schoolyard thing, and like I said, it doesn't matter if I don't watch the person or like them. There's boundaries, there's levels. People's mental health needs to be taken into consideration.
Absolutely.
When people are going in.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I want to press first. Okay, I'm not here as a crazy that's just going to say things and go off of emotion. The only emotion that I will go off is I've had friends that have had, and I'm not just referring to Kush, okay? I've had to deal with a lot behind the scenes with regard to all of this affecting people mentally. And I don't like the way that's made me feel. So I could only imagine how they're feeling. I didn't like the things I was hearing them say. And as a friend, I'm going to step up, since you are giving me that platform, to also talk about the fact that some of these people are doing things that they're not realizing the damage it's causing. It's very selfish. It's affecting a lot of people, even the people involved that I don't agree with their behavior, okay? And that's what we need to really think about when we're going over all of this. Is it really worth the mental anguish and the things that are the lengths that people are willing to go to? Is it really worth that? And what is your motive and your exit plan? What is it that you really want out of this?
That's a big question.
Because you can't start this type of stuff and then be like, it was just for fun, because this is not fun. There's nothing fun about this. I have had to, and I want to apologize to my supporters, because they matter to me, and I have taken off of my platform and what I do, because this means a lot to me too, and they understand that in the long run they'll know exactly why I've taken the time. That's that. One thing I will not discuss is things that happened with Kush and the address, as specifically to certain things, because it has turned legal for Kush, and I am not going to speak on things about that. There are things rolling legally for Kush, and I cannot, due to that, I will only speak on certain parts.
Give me one moment. Hold on. Sorry, my puppies was barking. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, go ahead.
So if I say like I'm not going to answer something, or I want to move around it, it's not because I'm very parent, as you've seen. If I know the answer, I'm going to say it. If whatever, it's just legally, I know certain things cannot be said when you have already started the certain processes.
Right.
And also Kush's business, and as I said, it became my business, and it started what I thought from a shirt thing, and it just, a domino effect happened. And I think you were there of it, because you even mentioned Summer, like, I was not expecting.
No, the first interview I did with you, I was not expecting that all those other things to be connected. Like I said, when the other people joined the panel, I was not expecting them to be involved in the same thing. I thought they was coming up to address the situation that happened between them two. So just to be clear, does what we are addressing today still have a connection to the shirt thing, or is this something?
Oh yeah, it's all gonna come into play, because we're gonna talk about the bullying. It's all gonna come back full circle, and how people hang on to each other simply out of saving themselves. Okay, and in the process, we'll see who's who, because I've already seen that. And again, I have proof. Some of it I've shared with you. Some of it we'll be resharing. Kush will be in contact with you so that you can see everything fully. But a lot of the stuff from the very beginning is very visible. So I
want to tell you, I put myself on mute because I realized my background was cutting you in and out. So I'm on mute, but when I need to respond, I'll come off and answer.
No problem. So I'm going to address one thing, because when I first came on the first live, I kept saying, it was almost like, when a fly's around and you want it to go away and you're like, stop, I'm trying to eat, and it's just around. And I don't mean to be rude, but that's how I kind of addressed Bella Silva. Okay. It was more like, I don't know why you're so vested. Just please stop. I'm trying to focus on this issue with the shirts. And that's how I thought it was. Because I have a lot of screenshots of Bella continuously doing things, okay, behind the scenes, and there's a lot of bullying going around. I have reached out to an attorney who said that is cyberbullying, it is slander, because the things were already proven to be untrue. Now, Vera, thank you so much for coming out and saying that, because that is helping me, because I am moving forward after this with other things. Bella Silva, whenever she gets the opportunity, okay, this is my time. But I know exactly who you are. And I would hope that you would be a little more, you've created a lot of problems, more than I even knew. You've been around for a long time. And when I'm done with this, okay, you're going to see it's not about being grown. I'm here trying to protect a lot of people, not just the people I deal with. Y'all will see what I'm saying, okay? She has convinced y'all that she is the person in her profile picture. She has gotten very close. I have screenshots of it with bigger creators than even the ones I'm friends with. And they're sharing information with her. I see evidence of her bringing information from one person to the next. And I found out who the real Bella Silva is. Not only do I have a screenshot of who she really is, which I've sent to Summer, there is a chat where she is confirming and addressing herself in first person as this woman. The woman is not the girl in the picture. It's a heavier set, light-skinned woman, an older woman, and which very much goes with the voice that everyone has heard thus far. Now, not only have I found a chat where she's acknowledging someone wishing her a happy birthday in first person because she tried to say it was her dead mother, okay? I went a little further because I wanted to make sure that I had just one more piece of evidence to seal the deal. And I found on May 26th, when that other woman from Cuba wished Bella a happy birthday, and she said thank you, and the whole thread said thank you. On that same day, Marisol wished that same woman a happy birthday. So I have a complete chat of her too saying thank you for that happy birthday. Not for a dead woman. Not saying, you know, we're us Latinos, we practice Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. There's a way that we address people who have deceased. I have full proof of this, and I will send it to anyone who would like it. Again, this is my right. I have contacted my attorney prior to this, and due to all the evidence that I've showed of what Bella is doing, I have the right to say this. You have stepped into my territory, gotten involved in things with Latrice. I have proof of that as well. You know, it's really sad because I would have protected Latrice from dealing with you if she was more open to speaking with me and correcting her wrong. But what I realize is a bunch of people who are very much the same are hanging on to each other because instead of saying I was wrong, y'all want to keep it going. So let me tell you this right now. Bella Silva, if you are who you say you are, get on the live and address those pictures with you saying thank you to everyone, wishing you a happy birthday under a picture that's not you. It's a different woman.
I wanted to say, because there are some people asking if we see her. I know that Bella is here. I requested for them to tag her. She has been invited to join the live. She is welcome to join the live today if she wants to address it. The panel was open to her. Continue.
Also let me tell you guys, she was also invited before, and she never has come up, okay? There's always an excuse, y'all. Think a little bit, okay? None of the creators who have sat there and talked to her have ever seen her when they're talking to her. She always has a different excuse as to why she cannot join the FaceTime, okay? And the voice on that recording that you're sending around saying, Mama Lu, this, and that, that's not the voice that any of the creators have heard over the phone with you, okay?
Bella asked me a question. I want to answer it. Yes, Bella has sent me a short snippet of her saying something about Kush. I mentioned that to you in our conversation. Yes, you have sent me a short video, Bella.
Yep. And again, whoever it is that you have in your profile, we're still trying to figure out who you're using, okay? But the Bella Silva that you've addressed in that picture is not the same girl that you've been portraying to be. I have several screenshots, a full chat of you sending that same girl over and over saying that's you. But you take a while to send pictures. You never do things like this. It's always where you need a lot of time. And this is not one creator. It's several creators. Now, if you are real and if you haven't been catfishing social media, show yourself, and we're going to match the voice with the recordings that we have of your real voice.
So just so we are clear. So I did say that she sent me a video recording with her speaking, right? But you guys are saying that the person in that video is not actually her, and that's not her voice, because you guys have had conversations with her on different platforms like cell phones and things like that, and the voice is different from what is displayed on the video. Just so everyone understands. So again, Bella doesn't have to come up here. You know, she can do as she wants. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can't force her. But you know, it's open for her to come up here and cam up to debunk all of it. I don't know what's what, because I only know what is being shared with me. I don't know Bella personally. I don't know Mama Lu personally. I've only had the interactions that I've had, but they are saying that they have proof and evidences to prove that she is not who she says she is. And I'm waiting on my court date. Bella has a court date for. Go ahead, continue.
And I have sent Summer's room what I have gathered. I'm not just bringing it out of my head. What I have gathered, and her saying thank you. And like in first person, her birthday just passed May 26th, y'all. Okay, and for whoever sat there and made that video for her, I feel bad for them, because it almost seemed like that person didn't even want to do it. Now, blasted. I have blasted, blocked. I have told her over the phone, she has betrayed my friendship. I tried to protect you from this, okay? I have evidence of blasted, which when Summer's room gets to break down those documents and all that, okay? Where blasted is in a chat, and she's sitting here, and she's saying that she knows Bella's not real. That's not all she said about you. She said a lot of bad things about you, that you talk so much she can never get a word in. And the only reason she talks to you is to butter you up so you can give her information, because you're dealing with a bunch of other big creators and she wants info from you. I have all the evidence, Bella. I'll even give it to you. Okay? Blasted. You have said she's not real. You've never seen her on camera, Blasted. Yet you went and told Kush, hey, she's real. Take that post down about her, because Kush has been weary of Bella for a long time. Made a post saying, hey, I think we're being scammed. Mind you, all of this transpired because Kush felt uncomfortable with Bella and left the group chat, because the only person out of all these people dealing with Bella was Kush that went, something's not right. So Kush removed himself from the group chat, feeling something was terribly wrong, and immediately Bella calls Kush livid. And ever since Kush blocked you, you sat there and you started harassing. And then you began to harass me. I have a screenshot of you saying, the trash took itself out. Kush blocked me. And I sent that to Summer as well. I still have it, okay? You were very, and ever since that day, the dates after you started harassing me match up. You were mad at me. It's almost like you have this obsession with Kush, and you were mad that Kush talks to me. Okay? That's very weird. If you are real, and if you want to clear your name, honey, did I not tell you, Summer, I'll stand corrected? I have no problem standing corrected, but you are deceiving not only my friends, but the rest of this platform. And it is wrong. All the information you're gathering, these creators have trusted you. I have the evidence.
Hold on. Bill, what cover photo? Bill said Barcella Salomar is the cover photo. What does that mean, Bill? Go ahead, continue.
I have tried to make this. I don't even know where I left off, and this is outside of Kush, y'all. The only reason I became so vested is because as Summer knows, she kind of inserted herself in that shirt thing, and there's a live where I'm like, girl, get a page. I mean, I kind of brushed it off as someone who was just not minding their business. I didn't realize that you were catfishing people, and that now it's very much my business. And I hope that by the end of all this, and after I say this, y'all understand that I'm not only protecting myself, my friends, but anyone who has given this woman information, okay? And I have different screenshots of Bella going in people's inbox and saying things about a lot of us. Like, you're trying to get a bunch of people against each other. You do a lot of work behind the scenes, and it's awful. You are not taking into consideration that these people may not be okay. It's not okay what you're doing. Do you need attention? I don't know. Maybe you need help. And I might even help you if you just stop. It's wrong what you're doing. And I have all the proof I need. I would never put my name on this. I have a platform to protect. I am not a messy page. Anyone here that knows me knows I've never addressed anyone on my page. Even if somebody doesn't like, you know, the person that everyone knows don't like literally, I have friends that like her, that don't like her, that were in the mentor, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can have my opinion. I'm a human being, but I don't judge people based on who they want to like. That's not what I do. And I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So, and if anybody wants proof, I have it. Okay. And if you want proof of what I'm saying, I've sent a lot of proof to Summer, and all Summer got to do is go, yeah, the proof of all the picture, the happy birthday. Summer has that. I'm entrusting Summer with that information first. Okay. I'm not bringing it on my platform and being messy and exposing all Bella's stuff, but I have a lot, so much that the messages to Summer just go on and on and on and on. And I have more. I have a lot more. I have all the chats, Bella. I have all the chats. I have the chats of Blasted talking about you. I have the chats of you talking about Miss Nikko. You're talking about Miss Nikko, Blasted and Bella. Y'all are just slandering people. Is that what you call an influencer? But you come on and say you're a woman of God. And y'all, I would never out my friends. What I saw, I'm putting my name on this with 100%, was not someone who doesn't slander people. Oh, you might not slander them on page, but you sure go behind the chats and talk about them. You say personal things about people.
Miss Nikko in the comments. So yes, I have received the information that she is stating. I myself can't really determine what I'm looking at because I'm on the outside looking in. It's stuff that, like I said, when I started the beginning of the live, that she's trying to send to me so that I can kind of connect the pieces. I haven't gotten that information yet. They have to clear it up. And if I understand correctly, are you saying that Kush is going to send it to me, or y'all going to post it publicly?
He's going to give you full access to his documents.
Okay.
I sent you the link, but you guys got to understand, okay? I had to sit there and someone was talking about, kind of look at it and read it and really, really like get into it to make out the.
So Miss Nikko was asking what was said about her.
Miss Nikko, your page is Nikko, and anytime you post a status, Blasted somehow believed it was about her. Talking about you, thinking you're famous, like just talking bad about you, and saying that you things about Chosen with people are obsessed. I'm sorry, I read your comment. People are upset because you talked about Chosen, and Blasted started talking bad about you because of it. And in that chat that I saw and I read, I realized that Blasted is not who she says she is. And by the way, Bella, Blasted has recorded you more than once. We have it on her admitting it on a voice recording. And I also have it where she states it in the chat 3 times. So all those people that were saying, oh my God, Kush, you did this and you recorded. In order for me to stand by Kush in any way, I needed something. I don't sit here and just, all right, Kush, I believe you because I love you and my emotions are involved. I needed to see why Kush felt the way Kush felt besides what I had already saw. And I realized, go ahead.
Bella, you absolutely don't have to do this, but do you have, if you care to prove it, do you have like an obituary or something that you would be willing to send me? I won't post it publicly or nothing like that. If you wanted to send it to me, for me to view, to say, oh yes, this is connected to so-and-so, you are more than welcome to do so. And again, you are absolutely welcome to join the platform.
Obituaries are public record too. Once they're out there, they're out there. So we could tell her to send you a link where we could source that obituary. Okay. May 26th is what Bella's birthday is to be. Marisol wished her a happy birthday on the same day as another woman in Cuba did. And Bella was addressing all the comments in first person with a whole different picture saying thank you. Y'all got to understand, okay? And let me tell you, this isn't just about Kush. Summer knows that this woman inserted herself, and I was a little confused on why she was coming at me, why she was involved in the shirt thing. Bella has gone back and said stuff to Latrice, and I have proof of that as well. Everything I'm saying, okay? So all of you that attached yourself together, you were talking to a catfish, giving her all your business.
And so just to understand the reason why Bella, Bella Silva is not a content creator page. She is just, she watches people lives and et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why her name is being brought up is because you guys have proof of her, slandering you in the comments and things like that. And that's what the issue is. And her not being truthful is what you are claiming.
She's still doing the slandering. At this point, I saw Blasted's live last night, and I'm glad I did, because it confirmed that what I was doing was a good thing. Blasted, you went and put that recording up there to save yourself, because I have messages from you. You don't trust Bella, and you also have been using her for information, and I have all the receipts. And you also recorded Bella. You said she talks so much, never lets me talk, and I recorded her. I recorded that SHIT. She don't shut the F up. You know what conversations I'm talking about.
So I'm only here to do two things. First of all, I want to say I really don't like how y'all try to start things. I very much gave a public apology to Summer. And again, I will say it again. Summer, I do apologize. And I think me and Summer kind of talked this out on a panel not too long ago. She knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? I have a newfound respect for her. I'm a woman before anything, before my transition, before anything. I'm a woman. I was born a woman. And I have no problem giving an apology when an apology is due. I think that we both learned a very valuable lesson in what we were trying to get our points across. I've seen a change in Summer. I know Summer has seen a change in me as far as for her approach. And I respect what she does. The thing is, y'all get on social media and think that you guys have to prove something to the world. You don't have to prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're all human beings at the end of the day. Now, let me also address this too. A lot of you keep trying to play this side of, oh, Kush is here because such and such is bullying her. First of all, let's be very, very clear that this has absolutely nothing to do with May. I actually have an ounce of respect for May for the comments that she said about me the other day. That doesn't change anything. However, what I will say is this. Me doing what I did towards May, me sitting there pulling out the whiteboard, educated y'all. Because apparently didn't nobody know 9 different forms of poly. Second of all, there were accusations made about me and my wife that had no type of evidence behind it. We were slandered because we didn't want to be with her, and that was never true to begin with. So please stop trying to compare and say, oh, this is Kush's karma. This is not karma. This is a situation where I trusted a woman who came on my live, who told me that she had cancer. The screenshot that Mama Lu sent you was of a post that I made for Bella, had my fans all over the world, and I respected Bella that I would not put her business out there because she said she didn't want to put out there. They prayed for her all over the world, okay? If you know me as an influencer, I need y'all to stop going off of what people keep trying to tell you and go off of what y'all know about me. Go look at my lives where when people are saying that they're sick and shut in, we literally will stop the live to pray for them. It's not always about drama. It's not always about numbers. I care about my fans more than anything. So you know what I did, guys? Let me show you. I reached out to Bella. Here's the whole group chat, okay? Everything Mama Lu is telling you, here is this is all of the group chat between me and Bella, okay? And when I say the whole group chat, I'm talking about, mind you, I screen recorded all of this before anybody could delete anything, okay? Here's where this picture comes into play, okay? This picture right here comes into play because I posted on my page, if you have a pet, to post your picture. She wrote me and sent this picture, said not exactly a fit baby, but didn't want to post this on your posts. This is, a fur baby, because everybody was posting dogs and cats. She was like, meet Antonio. She said that this is her pet in Cuba that her uncle takes care of. Now, before I even move forward, let me show you guys this. This is the first picture that I've ever seen of Bella, okay? Now, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to pull up every picture Bella has ever sent me in chat. You tell me if these people are all the same people.
Y'all
Okay?
look left. Do you see that,
I
Summer?
even got a picture and asked her to make a fan sign. These are all different people. Okay? These are all different people. Now, yes, this may very well be the woman in the video. I'm not denying that that is not the woman in the video that you got that video of. But when I heard her voice, that is not Bella. Bella does not sound like that. Bella has a very New York, very raspy, almost like Chosen kind of, with like a Puerto Rican Cubano or Hispanic accent. Okay? We have been in this group chat, and I said this when I came on Summer's Live. I'm going to pull up this one as well. This was a group chat that was made by me, Blasted. Ashley does not have anything to do with this. Ashley didn't say anything out of the way.
That's
This has to do with me
that
and Blasted. So let me just be mindful that this has nothing to do with Ashley's Glam Squad, okay? This has everything to do with Blasted. I left the group chat because I had an EP that I had to work on. We were looking into Bella so much, we started researching. Okay, these are all the Bella Sylvias that we could find. We started researching to where it got to the point where I told them, I said, you know what? I'll be the dummy and I'll take the dummy move to go ahead and ask Bella, make a Kush sign so I could go ahead and do some fan love and I'll put you there. Okay. This is the same group chat that we have that I sent to you, Summer. And the reason why it looks pixelated, Summer, is because it is a 16-minute video. And when you send it through mail, it starts to pixelate. So that's the reason why it looks kind of pixelated on your end. I told Mama Lu I would sit here and record and send it to you. Now, let me explain to you why I decided to give this information to Mama Lu. Number one, the conversation for 4 hours between me and Blasted. Blasted was acknowledged at the beginning of the phone call that it was being recorded. If she did not want it to be recorded, she could hang up at any time, and she did not hang up. She continued to talk. Blasted lied to me. And when everybody kept saying, you need to be friends with Blasted, I had already put two and two together. Blasted's never seen Bella. We've been in a group chat for over 4 months, and me, Ashley, Blasted, and Bella used to do, calls all day long. Bella never once showed her face. Bella's even caught in a comment saying, why would y'all want a woman to come up there with a feeding tube in her throat? Now, did that video that you got have a feeding tube in it, Summer? Oh, okay. So, with that being said,
Really quick.
yeah,
If y'all don't like this type of awareness, okay, you don't have to watch it. I know what my goal is. I'm not a messy page. I've been trying to make sense out of all this. You have to understand that this woman has harassed me too over a shirt order that had nothing to do with her. And now I'm realizing that she's been lying to several influencers on here. Okay. If that doesn't make y'all skin crawl, then this isn't for you.
not even
And you don't
that.
watch it.
Y'all really want to know the
So
there?
hold on, wait, y'all. So something someone mentioned, and that I'm also aware of because my father had one. Feeding tubes are not always placed in the throat area. It could be placed somewhere else. Her belly, she can have. I think it's called a G tube. It could be in her belly. That could explain why it's not in the picture in her throat. So just to be mind, y'all, it's a couple of different places that they would stick it in.
So,
Like the ones that go through the throat are normally short term.
so let me
The ones in the belly are long term.
That there was always a different excuse.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's always different. It's always a different excuse. And just think about this, Summer. If I have a feeding tube in my stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here at this desk. What does my stomach have to do with my face?
Nothing, I guess. Nothing.
What does? Here's the thing. If you were so comfortable to send a video to prove yourself to everybody, how hard was it to come up here on live? Y'all gotta start thinking for yourselves. Like y'all ain't never watched the show Catfish. Like I felt uncomfortable. And here's the thing: if nobody else is gonna stand 10 toes, I can stand on what I said in the group chat. You want to know why? Because when everybody tried to come to me about their opinions on how they felt about everybody, and everybody was talking shit, if you look at these group chats, Kush stood back. I only had one issue with one individual, okay, and that was the simple fact of how I told Miss Nikko. I publicly, and I said this as well. Here's the thing about me standing 10 toes. I didn't sit here and talk shit about Nikko in the group chat and then smile in Nikko's face and go on her panels. When the time was arisen, and see, me and Miss Nikko are going to talk here soon because she wants to connect back with me. I have no problem doing that. If I find out that one of y'all in this group chat or that's been harassing me started the beef with me and Miss Nikko as to why she reached out to me, that's your ass. Because see, here was the thing. Blasted posted in the group chat and said, "Oh, Miss Nikko must be talking about me. Look at this status, y'all." I was like, "Oh, I ain't see the status," and I paid it no mind. When I was asked in the group chat how I felt about Miss Nikko, while Blasted expressed it herself and everything like that, and Bella expressed herself as well too, I simply said, Miss Nikko knows I don't rock with her like that because of the choice that she made. She knew how I felt about her making that choice because I did state it in public, not just one time, not twice, but 3 times. And I have always preached this to y'all. If anybody will go back to a situation like that, it does not make me love you less anymore, but it lets me know how to move around you. I'm not
And that
going to allow somebody to snake me twice. I've
that was
never said that whatever choice that Miss Nikko made was the worst choice in the world. Whatever choice Miss Nikko made, I'm sure she thought about it and made the best choice for herself. But see, here's the tea in the shade. While Jaima at the time was trying to say that I was talking shit about Miss Nikko, what nobody already knew is me and Miss Nikko had already talked. And everything I said in that chat, I stood on, which was literally this. I was mad because of the simple fact of the matter, how you moved. I told Miss Nikko on that phone call, and she's here in this chat, I never looked at Miss Nikko as an influencer. I was a fan. I actually watched her content and actually liked her content so much that I had my notifications. I don't do that for influencers. I don't even spend that much time on this app unless I'm doing my work or I'm doing my live. That's about that. And I told her, I said, it really hurt me when she hurt you the way that she did because, see, I know what that feels like to want something so bad and you're putting that trust into someone. Miss Nikko had a goal. She's opened up about her mother. She's opened about what her goals are, wanting to give her mother the world. I cried on that live with her from home because I knew what that cry felt like. And I told Miss Nikko. And at the end of the day, Miss Nikko felt the way she felt. I felt the way I felt. And at the end of the phone call, Miss Nikko can attest to this. I said, I have no hard feelings towards you. So it's funny how everybody wants to sit here, point at Kush, and do this and this and that, but
hold on, because there'd be a lot said at one time, and I'm trying to. All right, so because it's people, just to clear. So Bella, I don't know what the significance in the question that she had is, but Bella wants you to tell people that you hit her up and she didn't know who you were. Did you contact her first?
I did contact her first, but if you look at the beginning of the messages, you see why I contacted her. Okay. Look at the that I did the prayer for her, where I posted the post where she sent you, and then look at the timestamps when I inboxed her. I inboxed her because she came to my live expressing that she had cancer. When people like that, excuse me, hold on.
So what Kush is saying pretty much is that Bella came to her live stream in the comments and she put up a post about praying for Bella because she said she was sick, and then Kush then reached out to her inbox.
Not only
those who don't understand,
Kush has. So like there was a lot of people that would reach out to Kush and be like, can we talk about this, saying their private lives, and then like Kush would reach out to them and talk about it on the live.
And not even just that Summer. What I do is when I feel compelled about something like that, and I lost my grandmother, my aunt, to cancer, I actually reach out to these people and try to offer them like, hey, let me do a custom song for you, or hey, let me, something to make their day. I'm not just this, oh, I want money to do this. I don't really need it. If you want to be technical, like I do this because I care about people. The same way how I didn't know that my hair was big and full of secrets. Used to be a fan of mine before she became a vlogger or whatever. She told on the live, she was like, yeah, I actually reached out to you for a custom song, and at the time I couldn't afford it. And you know what? Because Sam had that proof that I did not say anything about Nisi, and she literally was like, y'all, the proof is right here. She didn't say anything. You know what?
My cousin, what's not real about her, be clear. All right, we can, that a lot of people can come in for you once they're trying to cover your tracks and say things for you. All we want to, let's see. Why?
Because you got in the comments and said that you had, and I'm not knocking you. You said that you had cancer. You said that you went on another live under Latrice's live. You said that you had a feeding tube in your throat. And why would y'all want to see somebody who's like that? You sat here. Here's another thing, Summer. Bella sat here and has told multiple people, like, cancer has made me self-conscious, but yet when the time is coming to prove, you'll sit here and record a video, but you can't get on live, which is making me think that it's not you. Also, too, if you feel that unconfident about yourself, when me and you were talking, Bella, as strictly platonic, because I have the proof here, why did you send me pictures of you if you were feeling so self-conscious?
All right, hold on. So do you have this text message, her saying that she had the tube, and that's why she wouldn't go?
It was underneath Latrice's live.
more than
We tried to get a
that.
screenshot of, but we did see it.
All right, hold
This
on.
is not what I'm saying.
Here's I don't want to take away from what the point is here. I know there's a lot in, but the point is, y'all, she has even gotten involved with somebody who's in a relationship on here that has a child that she's been like she's literally causing problems. Okay, we have a person who is in several influencers inboxes. I have the proof, and no one really go to her page. Let me know what you think about it. Go visit it.
Can you guys answer this question for me real quick, because this is what keeps coming up inside the comment section? Why is it what is setting Bella apart from other commenters on Facebook for you guys? Like, why is it such a focal point on Bella?
Because she keeps inboxing our fans and basically bullying them, and we're getting these messages and screenshots from different fans. They're coming over, like if they see, let's say, just John Tyler comments and says, oh no, Kush was trying to be a nice person to such and such, and they decided to come on live, and she's like, oh well, that's what the hell she gets, you know what I'm saying, she deserves that. Like, Mama Lu went into a whole conversation with her in the comments. Mama Lu had the conversation had nothing to do with me. It had to do with Latrice, and somehow she put my name in the comments. Mind you, I didn't even know about the Latrice thing until she came to me. I don't talk to Latrice. I've never spoken to Latrice. I've never wrote Latrice. I've only spoken to her publicly as I'm speaking to you on a live or in comments, okay? I had nothing to do with that. Bella will go to every platform and try to insert me, and now it's getting to my fans where they're writing me like, hey, this, and I'm just like, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that for?
If it's happening to everyone else, it'd be different. See, they're not in these shoes with this person.
Right. Will you guys post some of those snippets of the inboxes to show that this is actually happening?
Yeah.
I'll
knock out the names of the people.
Everything I get, you can post, and y'all make your decision for yourself.
Yeah, you got basically everything that we got. You got the same thing we got.
I found pictures of the real Bella Silva. It's a heavier set, light-skinned woman holding a baby. Mind you, she even told Summer's Room that's her dead mother, right? But she's speaking in first person, thanking everybody for wishing her a happy birthday under that post. Two separate people on two separate sides of the continent, okay? One's in Cuba, and it's Marisol on another side. So you got to remember, I pieced that together and realized that the woman that she's been claiming to be is not. She's saying she's this other woman.
Okay, and the point, so when those pictures were sent to me and she explained to me like what I was looking at, I had asked or made a statement like, I could see it being possible of being her deceased mother, right? Because I know of people that will post their mom. I'm like, well, is that supposed to be her as a child in her lap? Like, is this a picture of her deceased mother holding her as a child in her lap, or one of her, a relative or something, and they use that in place? Because people will post their parents, and then, because it's important to them. And she said, then you went further and explained how Latinos address those who have passed. Now, I'm familiar with that because it's not a part of my culture, but she was explaining why she thought what she thought.
And that's a Snapchat filter, very recent. There's a conversation in the
Cuban, not Mexican.
Bella, it doesn't matter. You don't address someone that's passed away in present tense and say happy birthday, and she says thank you to all of you, I'm sending you a big hug. You'll see the chat. She's addressing it in first person, not one time, but then Marisol says happy birthday, sister, and she addresses it again and says thank you very much, I love you very much.
That's what we were trying to explain to you, Summer, is that the picture of, so there's, okay, I'm just going to put you in the scenario. It's your Summer, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's your, I'm a fan of yours and I rock with you. So I make an appreciation post and say, hey, y'all, it's Summer's birthday, okay? Everybody's wishing you happy birthday, right? But then Mama Lu knows you personally outside of Facebook. Mm-hmm. And she's posted a picture of you saying, hey, love, we just want to send you happy birthdays. It didn't say nothing about, we want to.
Oh, wait. So y'all saying that the person posted a person who was like was that a family member or a supporter? A supporter?
We don't know, but Bella commented underneath it and said, thank you for the love. That's what we sent.
I get it. So, I get it now.
Someone just said she's from Cuba, so it's confirmed, right? That person was in Cuba. This person knows her personally and posted a picture of the real Bella saying happy birthday. And then she acknowledged it on Marisol's too. But the pictures are different.
Okay. She said, did you contact the person who posted the pic?
No.
Never contacted anyone. Show me proof. I'm not you.
Why would we need to go to that extent that if somebody is willing, listen, here's my point in case. I reached out to everybody this week, and each of you guys acted like immature adults. Not one of you can actually sit here and say why you guys have this hate train for Kush. When it came to Bella arguing with Mama Lu, when it came to Bella arguing with another fan of mine, only thing Bella could keep saying was, she doesn't have the right to record people. She shouldn't have blocked me. Like, what is your validated? Like, literally, when I say slander, it's one thing for you to come and joke. Y'all want to joke? You want to do all of that? That's fine. When you cross the line with my wife, and now you're starting to sit here and sell cancel Kush bracelets and slander my name for what?
I have
I have receipts for. I'm looking at the receipts right now. I'm looking at all of the text message chats. And another thing, y'all stop with this recording shit. Because let me tell you, if I didn't have any of these recordings, if I didn't have Blasted on the phone telling y'all, I don't do that shit. I don't record people. Yeah, well, sis, right here, you clearly told me and Ashley that you recorded Bella and that she just wouldn't stop talking and you couldn't get off the phone. You want to know where I got the recording shit from? You put me on to that because you told me to protect myself. And it's here in the chat.
I can only stand
Say who told you to do that to protect yourself?
Blasted.
It's in the chat. You can read it for yourself.
She was recording Bella.
Hold on, not even just that. Not even just that. I have a 4-hour conversation where Blasted tells me that the reason why I made lives talking about her was because I was mad at what people were saying in the comments. When I tell you she tried to reverse psychology me and tell me nobody loves you, nobody wants to be around you, nobody wants to be your friend. Don't you want people who love you? Don't you want people who actually care about you? Kush, you need to stop with this Bella mess. You need to take down those posters about Bella. Even called me and told me she's real, yep. Kush. I said, Blasted, what are you talking about? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you think that I'm lying, here's the proof. Summer, I'm going to prove to you. Let me prove to you one simple point right here. Check this out. So look at this message that I sent to Bella.
The screenshots that was sent to me, I told her I couldn't really read them because they weren't clear. She said you were going to clear them up.
Yeah, it's going to be cleared up.
I couldn't read the stuff that was.
After Blasted told me what she told me, right? Mm-hmm. I reached out to Bella. No, excuse me. Bella reached out to me. She was like, I'm cheating on my husband. Let's talk about it. I'm out here. I'm a catfish. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, mind you, at this time, I have stopped talking to Bella, and I will show you the timeline. It's literally right here. The last time that I spoke to Bella, okay. The last time that I spoke to Bella, you're gonna see right here. I showed her that the last time I spoke to Bella was on May the 22nd. April the 6th, okay? And that's because it sent her this message here, because when I send it out in Messenger, it sends to everybody that I click on. May the 22nd was the last time that Bella sent me a message. I spoke to Bella as well. She said, a fake, let's talk about it. I'm in Maine's DMs. Here's the picture. Right here. I'm in Maine's DMs. Let's talk about it. Or you about to block this too. I'm a groupie, but you inboxed me. I inboxed you because you came on my live talking about you having cancer, and I reached out to you to make sure that you were okay. And if you didn't want to talk to me, why the hell did you talk to me for the last 4 months? Let's talk about it. The last message that I sent to her right here, I said to her, so, and this is to prove to you, Blasted called me. I said, so you proved you're a real person. Good for you. I said, you want to talk about how you've been talking about me to other people, but in the same breath encouraging me? While she was talking about me to Blasted, Blasted was over here telling me what you were saying, recording your conversations, and you were sitting here in the same breath telling me, Kush, you're going to be okay. The breast exam is going to go okay. I had a whole cancer scare, Summer. I'm not lying to you. I got the proof. I have calcification in my breast and have to get them cut off. Just found out today I may have microfibromyalgia. That's why I haven't been online, because I've really been trying to take this all in. So for you to sit here and think that you think you're going to sit here and talk to me, when you were sitting here talking shit about me, and Blasted recorded it and played it for us in the group chat, what do you want to talk about? Or do you want to talk about how you think things that I posted were about you in the past when I had my own shit going on, and Blasted probably sat there and fed your head with lies? Because I told her in the group chat, those posts aren't about her. Blasted, you know that. I told you what I'm going through. I used to talk to Blasted every morning. So why would you think that they're about you? I told Bella in the group chat that it wasn't about her, because we had our own chat, like between me and Bella. And I told Blasted and them, it's in the group chat that I have here. I don't have a problem with Bella. The only problem that I had was I didn't believe that she was real, because the girl has been in the group chat for such amount of time and won't get on the damn on the camera. But nothing that I ever,
She wouldn't join it.
she would not. Listen, I can show you the group chat where all of us were saying, like, why won't she join? Look, it's right here.
He would not come on your live. This is the same story over and over. There's always, and you know what? Here's the thing, okay? Everyone's acting like, oh my God, let me tell you something. If you read the chat that I read, this is a lot, and it is very serious, okay? For someone that no one knows who they really are, to be in men's chat in their inboxes that have a child and all that, and trying to butter them up, because I have that proof, okay? So that they can collaborate with Kush, because that's what you did. You went in Maine's inbox, and you were trying to butter him up by flirting to get him to do a collaboration with Kush, and I have that. You've been doing a lot, Bella, a lot. This is not slander. I went through all of the chats.
Here we go.
I know you were talking about Miss Nikko. You've been talking about everybody. You and Blasted.
Check this out. I said, as soon as I left the group chat, look who called me. That's Bella Sylvia's profile. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says Bella Sylvia. She called me. Ashley said, what happened? Everything okay, or did I miss something? I literally woke up. I said, you didn't miss anything. Blasted said, what did she say on the call? Was she curious as to why you left? Ashley said, why did you leave, though? Because of all the stuff we've discussed, her not showing her face and shit. Blasted said, yes, I think Kush can't take the fakeness any longer. Ashley said, I agree, it's too much. Blasted said, I want to ask her about showing her face, but I don't know how to word it. Ashley said, if it was me, and then she didn't finish her thing, and then Blasted said, damn, Kush, if she called you, she might call my ass next. Ashley said, if I would say, hey, Bella, we've known each other for a little while now, and we've been talking frequently enough. I just find it a little strange that you never want a video, and it's always audio text with you. Just curious as to why. Blasted said, perfect. I can only imagine what she is going to say. You still talking to her, Kush? And then Ashley showed me a picture of the group chat and how Bella had left. No, about how one of her supporters.
Blasted says she's been recording Bella, because everybody wants to say, show it. Show in the comments right there where Blasted says more than one time that she's recording Bella.
Oh, I'm going to get to that part. Blasted said, that's absolutely awesome. Somebody in Ashley's Glam Squad had Puppy in My Bag, which is this logo that I have here for my single. A couple of her supporters had it, and she was showing me, that's what the screenshot was. Let's see. Ashley was just talking about some personal things. She was dropping off a donation to the animal shelter. She's always doing something nice. I love Ashley. Let's see. I gotta get to this part. Yeah, this is a whole 3 months worth of group chats.
You see all those influencers trying to figure out who she is? Why is it so hard? You know what's so weird too? You know how I know why people get away with this? Because I'm just seeing, I'm taking Summer's advice and trying not to look at the comments, but it seems like people just are like okay with this. I
don't think they get that this is just not a viewer. This is someone who Kush had a personal, like a relationship with.
Right. Let me break down to y'all how me and Bella got close. Once she reached out to me that she had cancer, me and Bella started to talk. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys, because one thing about it, if I say something behind closed doors, I stand 10 toes. I was feeling very discouraged. My numbers were low because of past arguments online with another content creator who I won't mention, put me in Facebook jail for a year. They were mass reporting, right? And my numbers were low. I got out of my year jail sentence, and then my numbers started to pick back up. Bella was always giving me encouragement. I also found confidant in Bella because she has beat cancer, which I have the proof where she says that she's in remission, okay? And I felt like I could talk to her because I suffer from PTSD, chronic depression, and anxiety. So what happened was the morning that I had my gallbladder, I was in the hospital. I was on live with Ronnie and Miss Nikko. I was in the hospital for my gallbladder. When I got out, I had an appointment to go get my gallbladder tested to see if something was going on with my gallbladder. I went in the shower that morning. I washed under my right breast, and I felt a lump under the breast, not on the breast, under it. I freaked out. I know that breast cancer runs in my family. My aunt and my grandmother have passed away from it. I did not tell Atlantis. I just kind of put it to the back of my mind. You know how like when you know something's wrong, but you're like trying not to face it? Like I'm trying not to get worked up about it. So when Atlantis came home, I was sitting in the same position I'm sitting now. Atlantis came home, and when Atlantis came home, I just broke down crying, but I was already on the phone with Bella. Bella had been keeping my mind busy. Blasted had been keeping my mind busy, like calling me. Blasted was on the phone with me on a couple of my doctor's appointments because Atlantis couldn't make it because she had to work, and my mom wasn't here. She was out of town. So this is a bond. Like I'm not just speaking about, oh yeah, we just been social media. I'm talking about they went through this with me. Like I literally was going from hospital to hospital having these pains. You know what I'm saying?
1 second. And this is, let me tell you this, okay? This is why I'm involved, because she's not only gotten this close with Kush, she's getting this close with a lot of people this way, kind of getting close. Oh, you're going to be okay, being there for them, getting in people's inboxes, in the drama, passing back and forth information. She's gotten close with Jasmine. Jasmine tells her something, she goes and tells Blasted. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all don't care that lives are being severed, friendships are being severed over this woman. If y'all seen this on a catfish show, you'd be like, that was sick. That's messed up. But right here, y'all are acting like, oh my God, just another thing. Look, hopefully one day y'all see, I'm very neutral in this. I've had my own experience with Blasted and Bella, okay? Outside of Kush. And it's
So
horrible.
Hold on. Sweet Truth said that they are. Sweet Truth, have you ever video chatted with Bella? We focused a lot on this. Was it something else you wanted to address? Because I know that we kind of got stuck here.
Yeah,
I meant you didn't want to get, you didn't want to go away from what your actual goal was.
And I want to make sure that that's why, like, and the reason why I wanted to do this live is because, first of all, if I go down for anything, okay, it's going to be for doing the right thing. And I've always said, this woman has made that shirt issue a living HELL, has gone and said things to Latrice that are untrue. I know it was you. Blasted, you told her everything. I tried to protect you, and you went and told the catfish, and she started a lot of stuff. You also have been recording Bella, Blasted. You're not being truthful to your supporters. Money is being donated to you. A lot of things are going down. Y'all don't want to know this?
And here's the thing. I thought that you were supposed to be oh so loyal to Jasmine, but what does this say? Blasted snitched on you and said Bella called me talking about Chosen and her new girlfriend. Could only imagine what you're talking about because you don't have anything positive to say about anybody. So y'all are just sitting here exchanging information back and forth, and this is how this whole drama got started. So now, if you notice, I said little things to see if people were gonna move, Summer. Okay? I'm not stupid. I'm a very calculated person. I said things. Why did Blasted leave the chat 5 hours ago, 2 days ago?
Blasted removed it.
Go live and sit there and say, well, Bella, the only thing that I ever said about that's a guilty conscience speaking.
The live
I never
is still up.
Kush,
the live is still up. See, Blasted has been digging her own hole. She said the only thing I ever said is that I didn't think you were real. That's not true. You're lying. You said a lot of things about Bella, and you recorded her several times.
Oh, let me just make this clear too. For y'all saying I make songs about people, play me one song where I have anybody's name specifically in my songs. I'm making music. It's creativity, baby. You can't get mad at me for speaking my mind. Shit, I gotta have something to release my tension too. You hear anybody's name in any songs I release? I know some of you be checking out the content. So, I mean, y'all heard any songs? Y'all heard any names? Is Blasted's name in it? Is Bella's name in it? Shit, y'all not gonna sit here and try to tell me that I can't be creative. I'm a music artist.
Here's another thing. We were on the phone the other day. I gave Blasted another chance. I'm trying to tell her, still trying to protect her, like, hey, I think you're heading down the wrong way, okay? And I go, I know that Bella is not real. You know what she said? I don't even want to talk about Bella not being real or real. Like, I don't want to get involved in that. Now, if you're so gun-ho that she is real, why didn't you tell me? No, Lou, I saw her. She's real. And why didn't you go live when you went live last night and showed her recording? You confirmed that was the first time. Oh, look, guys, she's real. Like, it's the first time.
So why did you call me and tell me she was real take down my post if you said that you seen her.
All lies. All lies. And look,
No.
I hope Summer's Room posts after the pixelated things come out. Post it. I found the real Bella Silva. Bella, if that is true,
content, man.
if that isn't true, Bella, come out. I will give you an apology, but you spoke first person, okay?
Nikko coming up.
You spoke first person, and I showed that post to Summer's Room.
Here's the one thing I wanted to show you, Summer. I'm not going to show you the beginning part up here because these people have nothing to do with it. The message I just read you said, Bella called me talking about Chosen and her new girl. Here goes Blasted. She said, I recorded that shit.
Yep. There you have it.
To you straight. That's her personal profile. That's not the Blasted profile. So this recording shit that she's on. Oh, well, Kush need to stop. Girl, we got that shit from you to protect ourselves. You told us in group. And there's certain things that I can't not prove to you because we did a lot of group chats where we would sit and talk for hours. That was the only way she could play it. She couldn't play it and then record it on one phone and then send it in a memo. She had to play it for us over group chat. You know what I'm saying? So me and Ashley were both sitting there like, dang, okay, well, did you ask her this question? Everybody in this group was trying to figure out who you were. And you're telling me that for the first time yesterday when you went live, because I haven't seen it, I'm going based off what Mama Lu said, you're blocked. You're telling me that that's the first time that you've seen her? So why did you call me and tell me she's real, Kush? She's real. Take that post down.
You know what I told Kush yesterday?
Wait, who went live? Bella went live? Oh.
No.
Black went live. So the same so that you had.
I call Blasted now damage control. That's what I call Blasted now. Everything she's doing, I know she's inboxing other creators, trying to cover her tracks, but I have all the evidence. You record Bella, and I told Kush this, and Kush is here to mark my words. I said, I think this could help everyone, even Summer's Room. You cannot trust anyone. I know you guys work together, not you and her specifically, but bloggers start working together, especially that post the news. Protect yourself, Summer, because you don't know who is who. And this is my whole point, okay? We shouldn't be doing this to each other. We should not. This is nonsense. Y'all are right. It is nonsense. Bella is not a creator. She should not be in all these people's inboxes delivering information, talking about Miss Nikko. Now that we got Miss Nikko, and Miss Nikko talked about. She has a spirit of discernment. Miss Nikko knew that Bella was talking about her, and Miss Nikko blocked her a long time ago.
Hey everybody.
Hi,
Nikko.
Hey you guys. Okay, so listen. Now you're absolutely right. When it comes to that Bella person, I didn't really know who she was, but as I told you, remember Mama Lu, that I remember seeing her a while ago in my in my comment section, and I don't even remember what she did to get herself blocked, but I did block her because I just felt like I seen like weird bitch behavior, and I don't really know, Now, so that's that. I think it's really shocking that Blasted, if that's true, had a lot to say about me because I don't know Blasted. I've never spoken to Blasted on the phone, like ever. As far as I'm concerned, we've had a good rapport thus far. So it's definitely, it's a bummer. But one thing about me, as many people know, I never really have made close friends in this business anyway. So I don't feel like there's a love loss with anyone who I ever lose that I met through social media. I'll be fine. My biggest people to me is my family and my dog, to be completely honest with you. And then I have friends in real life. Now, that's that. So yeah, Blasted, if you're listening to this, very unfortunate. I've never discussed you ever, and it's shocking because I feel like you've been really nice to me, and you portrayed that you really like me, or that you, that you had no beef with me. So that's strange that people, what'd you say?
I think Blasted is here in the comments. I think I saw her name.
and really,
Okay, yeah, I can't read the comments right now, but so that's that. Now, I do want to say this, and we can have this conversation another time because this is not the day and space for it. But Kush, I really have no real beef with you or anything like that. I will say this: I didn't appreciate being recorded. I think that's just odd to me because I feel like you and I didn't know each other well enough for you to even go that route. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't recall reaching out to you. I think you just said a minute ago that I had reached out to you. I did tell my.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not that you reached out. That I told.
No,
Kush
I did say that, and I'm pulling
talking.
a text message. I did say that. Nikko texted me and said, "Hey, love, can we talk? Can we chat for
Hold
a
on,
minute?"
what day? Can you say the date? When did I text you that, Kush?
Give me a second. I'm gonna find your number. But you had texted
Okay.
me, asked me, could we have a chat? I told you that I was in the middle of a studio session and that I would get back
No,
to you.
but how long ago
This
was that, Kush? Can you say
this was when we actually had that
right?
conversation.
That was
That,
a long time ago. So I feel like it's misleading when you say something because a lot of my viewers may think that I just reached out to you yesterday or last week or last month, and it's been a very long time since
it's
you and
been
I had a
a long time
right. So I have not reached out to you because I know that you felt the way around that time that I had went to Maze or whatever, and that was my decision. But then after time, I began to feel a way myself about character flaws. So I think it was like a two-way thing. Like you probably felt the way and I felt the way. But it really wasn't that deep. And it's not that deep for
That's
me.
why I never came to social media and I never
Right.
said
It's not
it
that
was
deep.
that serious. We talked as grown women, and that's what I respected about you. And I told Mama Lu,
Correct.
and I put it.
Correct. It was just like I just said I didn't get down with that, but I hadn't reached out, to Kush in so long, and if we want to have a conversation, because I feel like some of the things I do want to tell you that you probably don't care, but I feel like it should be private on some of the things that I do feel, and I feel like if I were to say it on here, then it would turn into something different. So if Kush cares to have that conversation, we can or not. That's completely up to her. But my main thing is blasted. It really made me feel differently about how I feel about you because I don't know you for you to talk about me in that way. And if you felt the way about what I said about Chosen, then why didn't you tell me or commented on that? Furthermore, if I remember correctly, I thought I remembered that you used that same content as one of your posts. So it's strange to me how people say they don't like something, but then they'll use it for their content, like repost it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like as if I had a conversation about something and Summer's room seen it, and she says, "Oh, I cannot. I hate that Miss Nikko said that. That turned me all the way off." But then you go repost it for a story of your own. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's what I don't like about this app. Stand by what you feel and keep it real. That's what I feel like a lot of content creators lack. And that's one thing I want to give myself a pat on the back for because Miss Nikko has kept it real from day one until today. Stand on what you feel and don't do all that flip flop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so odd to me. So that's really the main thing I want to say.
That's why I support you, and that's why I stand by you, and you know that, okay? And I have also, you've been one of the people that I looked out for. Miss Nikko never got involved, and she didn't have to take sides. She just knew what it was, and you stepped back. Never once was messy about it. Miss Nikko was one of the people that I looked out for. And she did not slander me, backstab me in the process. She just stepped back. She didn't even take my side. You understand?
Correct. And the reason being is because I feel like when it comes to you and Latrice, that was, first of all, it was y'all's business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are two women that has y'all issue, and I pray to God that y'all are able to work that out. But it wasn't my business, so I'm absolutely going to step back. One thing about me is I only get involved when it's something that I need to get involved in. And it has to do with me. I can have my opinion about something all day long. And if I feel a way about somebody, I'll just step back for them. Case in point, when whatever that was, I don't even know what you want to call it, because I wouldn't call it a beef, but whatever that odd tension was between Kush and I said and I think she feels the same way. I feel like, you know what? She's a woman, and so am I. We don't have to coexist, or we can. We can talk this out, or we cannot. But it doesn't have to be bigger than what it is right now. One thing about me, I just don't have to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with not fucking with somebody. We can be cool or not be cool. I'm good. Like, I'm good. So that's just all I had to say. You know what I'm saying? I wish everybody the best on this panel. I know I'm gonna let y'all continue y'all conversation.
Miss Nikko, for you guys, I wanted to say this. So yes, Miss Nikko, let me clear up that this message was sent on Sunday, February the 19th that you reached out to me. That's
right.
Number one. Number
that was a long time ago though, right?
Yes.
Have I reached out since then?
No, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was the point that Mama Lu was trying to make as far as for why she brought up what she brought up was to show that there was never any ill will intent, that the same way that I felt in that group chat was the same way that I told you. It was never, okay, so what I'm trying to show you is that it was never, oh yeah, F Nikko, yeah, she's this, she's that, she looked like this. No, it wasn't that. It was, this is why I feel the way that I feel. You know what I'm saying? This is coming from me as a standpoint, as a fan. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did not expect for Nikko to go back. Like, that really hurt my feelings because, like I told you and expressed to you on the phone, I've never looked at you like a creator. I looked at you as a fan. I was a fan of yours. And I told you that when I came across your
Well, I
platform.
appreciate that, Kush. And I think all of us can agree that we all think that you're really talented at music and such like that. So thank you for giving me my flowers. Same to you. I think all of us are great. Mama Lou's a great cook, and I'm gonna give my flowers. I think that Blasted is great at what she does, creating her content. I think Latrice Positivity Wings has a great, bubbly spirit. All of us. But clearly, if we were in real life, I don't think all of us could be friends because clearly there's an issue here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's an issue that we can't rock with each other like that. So let's just all do our business, make our content. And if we have to go our separate way, then we'll do that. Nurture our audience and let's stay true to them. But all this other bullshit, I just want no parts in it. Haven't y'all noticed? I haven't been a part of any of that shit. I stopped my whole Hot Metal Tea page. I stopped fucking with a lot of people. I stopped doing that whole panel thing because I can already see how it was putting a stench on my platform. And I can see where I'm trying to go in life. That's just going to weigh me down. And I want no parts in that. So anyway, I wish y'all all the best. If Kush, if you want to revisit this conversation, we can, or we don't have to. It's completely up to you. And I thank y'all for having me. Y'all have a blessed night, okay?
You too, Miss Nikko.
Yeah. So I just listen. My main goal here is to listen. If y'all can accept it or not, okay? I remember I told you, Summer. I tried to do damage control myself by not hurting too many people. Went behind the scenes and said, hey, you guys, be careful. At that time, I didn't even know Bella was what she was doing until I received proof. Kush hadn't even told me yet. So I'm getting information, if you can see, like later on in, because I think everyone's trying to not create this problems. But my goal here, if you, and I see Sweet Truth said something about she's been cool with me. She's been cool with a lot of people. She's being nice to a lot of people. But there's also a lot of people that there's been harm and in those group chats, okay? She's also been nice to Miss Nikko, yet she's talking behind, Bella talks bad about Miss Nikko. You see what I'm saying? So it's creating a lot of problems. And I just don't do that. So if y'all want to continue, and this is to Bella, what you're doing is harassment. You continue and you're deceiving the people. If you do not like, y'all who are on here, if you do not like this type of awareness, you don't have to like it. But none of y'all knew this before I said it. None of y'all put it together and said, wait a minute, because she's that picture, and I hope Summer's Room posts that what I gave her. You will see that the Bella Silva that's responding is an entire different woman.
So the purpose of this live today, you guys, for those who are confused, was she wanted to bring awareness. She wanted to let you guys know to be careful who you allow into your personal space. The reason why I allowed it on my panel is because I'm all for people coming up and addressing their issues and giving both parties a place to come and meet and hash out their differences. Bella was absolutely invited to the panel. She could have came up here, and cammed up if she would have liked to debunk all of this. She chose not to. And that's just that. I'm a blog page and I take on stories. And that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
And let me just say, I reached out to both parties. I sat on the phone with Blaster for 4 hours. We got nowhere. The only thing that I got out of that was after 4 hours, she finally said, okay, so what? I didn't have my phone. So what? I left out pieces of the story. So what? I went live, and instead of being a friend, I should have called you. So what? Now what? Now what are we going to do about this? And when y'all kept asking me, you need to talk to Blasted. You need to become friends with Blasted. You need to forgive Blasted. I told y'all Blasted didn't care. 4 hours of a conversation with her permission. Blasted never cared. Blasted had already been acting funny. That's how I put 2 and 2 together, because see, there were things that I was telling Blasted that got back to other people that only one other person knew, and that was Mama Lu.
The same thing happened to me. I would tell Blasted something, and next thing you know, I would only tell her And then it started like it was a domino effect of like drama after that. And here's the thing, I want to say this, okay? This is I'm seeing exactly who people are in the process. There's people who are real messy, yet when someone else is going through something that's legitimate, they want to sit there and act like because it's not them, they want to insert themselves and judge, okay? This is, I told Summer, I want to, remember I said, this is it. I want to make sure that I've let the people know, because it wasn't just about the shirt. It's something else. And these people that have been dealing with her don't know who they're dealing with. This live is up. Y'all heard it from me. You don't have to like me. It doesn't matter. I stand on what I said. Bella has harassed me, and she's not even who she says she is. She still hasn't taken Summer's offer to come up. She has shown no proof. So y'all tread lightly with her. Don't give her your personal information, okay? Because she's using it, and she's going in chats and telling everyone about everyone. She tells Blasted specifically all your business, okay? Back and forth. And I have proof of that, and Summer will get it. So that is all I did. You don't have to like me. This wasn't for you to like me. This was for me to tell y'all I found the real Bella, and if she wants to contest it, she can contest it.
And let me just,
I haven't blocked Bella. I haven't blocked anyone on this live at all, Marisol. So if she can't come on the panel, it's not because I blocked her. I didn't block anyone. I don't block anyone. Everyone is welcome, trolls and all.
just because you are restricted does not mean that you cannot come up on a panel. I have been restricted and still been able to come up and talk on a panel, so that is not true. And I've been doing influencing for a while. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to jump off of here. First of all, Summer, I want to thank you for allowing us to come up here, myself as well. There's other things that I will talk to you about later on, but like she said, for legal reasons, I can't mention that part of the story. But it all ties together how everybody has been talking, and now it's making me think that certain things that people have been saying, it's starting to make sense that people have been communicating. Let me give you an example. Me and you, no disrespect to you, are poly, right? And Mama Lu is a vlogger, right? Blasted knew just as much information about Casey, and she lied to me on the phone and said that she has not spoken to Casey. Blasted has very much been well in contact with Casey. And that right there was one of the pieces that I put together because there were information that was exchanged that only one party would know. And you know, you guys keep saying, oh, this is not a big deal. Let me explain to you what public information means. Public information means that if I go to the courthouse and I look up Summer Walker, birth date, May 26, 1960, I can pull up without paying, okay? It's not public record if you have to pay. That means you could go online and look it up. You could print it out from the courthouse. But if you have to pay for information, that's not public record, okay? Right. So when you guys keep saying, oh, Kush, you're doing too much, no. I don't think you guys understand this crazy world that we live in, or maybe you guys don't pay attention to the news. There are people every day that are sitting here pulling up to people's houses because they have their own issues. I haven't done anything to anyone.
I have my address too, y'all. I have.
Since y'all brought that up, because we didn't touch on it. So, I know you had spoke about somebody had gave out your address, right?
Yes.
And Bella contacted me, and she sent me a screenshot claiming that you had said your name on live, and it was you could look it up. And I looked it up, and the same address she sent me was what I found. But the address that she sent in the screenshot, you're saying that's not what she shared with you. No. It's different. So what she shared with
contacted me when I sent that picture of her, because remember, I unblocked her. I called her twice. She looked at the calls, but she never called me. I already contacted her, okay? And I said to her, I said, I sent the picture. I didn't send the picture with her commenting saying, thank you guys for the love on my birthday. I didn't send that. I just sent the picture. The first thing that she says to me, matter of fact, I don't want to misquote anything. I'll tell you exactly what she said to me. The exact words she said. She said to me, let me see. She said, that's my dead mother. These are her words, and I'll show you guys the chat so you guys don't believe that I'm lying. I sent the picture. I told you I called her twice. I sent the picture. She said, that's my dead mom. I said, no, that's you. She said, that's my dead mom, you stink bitch. How fucking dare you? I said, my PI is going to find your address next, and I'm sending papers for harassment. Leave me. You have been warned. She said, and this is what my lawyer has required for me to send to anybody who has harassed me until I take out charges. Because at this point, here's the difference between y'all. I don't care if you have something to say about me, but it's a whole nother level when you start harassing people like Mama Lu, when you start harassing my fans who don't even do this social media shit. You're trying to sit here and create a hate group around me, okay? That's taking it too far. You have your opinion, have your opinion. She said, that's my mama, you stank bitch. She's put 112 stone, okay? Then
Now,
remember,
right there,
she tried to say, remember in the chat the other day, she tried to say, oh, well, Kush gave out her own address when she went live. She was on Cash App. And what did Mama Lu do? She sent you literally, I'm on the phone with Mama Lu. She's on my tripod. She said, yeah, I'm talking to Summers right now. She said, you know, such and such said this about, oh, your address was leaked on Cash App. I said, okay. I said, Mama Lu, look at my hands. I typed in Cash App. I pulled it up. I said, Mama Lu, I'm going to remove the phone over here so you can see this, right? I haven't changed anything. I said, here's my hands. When I pulled up Cash App, that was I've been using my address for the last 2 years on my Cash App, my old address. So there's no way. So here's the common denominator. The only person who put their address on a package who sent it to my house was Blasted. I sent Mama Lu the screenshot of where I gave Blasted in the group chat my address. She said, I missed the post office today. Can you send me your address? I'm going to do it again tomorrow. I said, here's my address.
hey,
Here's the
cut.
comment.
Real quick too. This is very important, y'all. When someone shows you a picture like they, why would you send them back a comment with their address? What are you trying to say? Do you know what that is?
Jennifer says she could post your address right now. She paid $4.99 to get it.
Did
Why
you-
are y'all getting people's addresses?
That's my point that I'm trying to
Why
make.
are
Like,
people
what is your end game here? What's
Why
the end?
would my thing is when Kush discovered who Bella was, right? And Kush, it's clear, sent a picture of the woman. Why is Bella responding with Kush's address anyway? What was the point of that? That's a threat. That is an indirect threat. Like, go ahead and expose me. I have your address. Why are people not seeing this? See, a lot of people are so dramatic on here that if this is happening to them, I have not been dramatic. I haven't even gone on my platform to talk about it. I told Summer's Room, I just want to talk to you. Did I not say that, Summer's? I will only talk to Summer's Room. Other people have reached out to me to cover this story, and because it's catfish. And I said, I'm just going to deal with Summer's Room. And I said that. And that's it. It's not for attention. It's because this is weird. This is not okay. If someone is telling you there's someone and they're not, and then they post your address to you as a threat, how would you like that? Mind you, these people have my address too. It's not okay. And if it was happening to y'all, you would be up in arms. I promise you. It's just because it's not happening to you. So it's just drama. Everyone knows my platform is not drama at all. And I'm never drama. This is the first time I have an issue with anyone, and Bella's dead set in the middle. Not to take away from anything, but I believe she's also lied to Latrice and made Latrice more upset about things that she gave her lies. Like, this could have probably...
Hold on, wait. So are you, the text message, I want to go back to the address real quick because Bella is in my inbox. So is the address, she wrote 112 Stone in the messages, right? And you're saying that is your address?
I will not confirm or deny that.
Okay, so the screenshot I was sent though has, you're saying it's not the same as what your address is. Right?
No, the screenshot that I sent to Mama Lu, I never showed my address on live on Cash App. I never showed my address on live on a box. Like I told Mama Lu, here's 4 boxes from an unboxing I'm supposed to be posting today. All of those boxes have marked over top of it. I mark out my address every time.
Did people know your name?
Do people know my personal? When I started doing Facebook, I actually went on my personal profile how I started before I started with Kush.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm gonna tell you this.
Hold on, Summer. You also got to remember too, Bella went as petty as to sit there and go look. Let me explain something to you. The common denominator here is Bella. Mm-hmm. Bella knew my name enough to go and Google my mugshot. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have to understand that if I'm coming in your live and I'm putting out your personal information, mm-hmm. and other people see that, now you have other people who have my information and now they're just searching. You see what I'm saying? All of this was unnecessary. Like I said, I called you twice.
It's absolutely unnecessary. That's not what I was going to speak about. What I wanted to say to you is, if they had your name and your date of birth, Because if I don't, like you said, you don't have to confirm online that's your personal address. But if the address that I showed you is the same address, like in reference, I put in the name and the date of birth, and that information just came up online.
Remember, that's what we said. No, it's not the same one. So like what you in right away and you put in, that's not the address. So yeah, so it's not public record. And we talked to Mama Carrie about that because it's like public record is when you don't have to buy it. Like you don't have to go dig in documents. You get what I'm saying? It just so that's not
because of what Kush just showed and what I saw.
Right.
That's why my record was.
He's like the real one. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. I saw old ones. Everything I saw was old. So I'm like, wait a minute. You know how you start piecing it? You know? Now, I have to say this because my goal here is to stay the same. All right, Bella? You're in the inbox. You're doing all this. Come on the live. Give some type of proof that those pictures with you responding to happy birthday isn't you.
So let me clear this very quickly. I want you guys to show me where I have ever. Now, one thing about it, I may not see eye to eye with May and I may not like her, but I have never came online and outed her address. That's one thing I've never done. So please stop saying that in the chat and putting that on me. Now, if you go back to these vlogger pages, May was opening a box one day and showed her own address, and people were sending her pizzas to her house. That has nothing to do with me. Now, one thing about it, I will come up here and I will speak about an individual and use my whiteboard to debunk the things that I see that these people are posting. But let me tell you something. One thing about it, I don't post people's personal information. I've never done nothing like that.
Well, let me tell you all this. I don't know what nobody's real address is, okay? But Mookie wrote a statement, and you saying you ain't had nothing to do with it. I have had people inbox me personal information about me that I would never post because I'm never here to put. First of all, it's super dangerous to give out people's address. You never know what somebody is going to do. And what I can't understand is why things are going to this length. You know, I don't it's like it's getting scary on this app, like seriously.
Did you see the message, Summer? The response to her picture being shown was, here's your address.
Right.
That's weird. And
right.
Mookie, no, I'm not mad that anybody Mookie.
That wasn't directed towards you. That was directed towards me, Mama Lu. But what I'm talking about, personal information. Here, let me explain something to y'all.
Listen, it's not even about that though. It's not about the personal info. What I'm trying to say is, just for your protection, too, Bella Silva is not real. I don't know. She tries to message everyone that's attached to May as well, because she's like a May basher. So like I have proof of that too. She's everyone's inbox. So just be careful with Bella Silva.
Let me put, y'all keep saying that I'm lying. Everything that I'm talking about, I have proof in black and white. Number one, anytime that I've ever came on here and I've said anything about May, I took whatever y'all as vloggers have posted and I broke down the videos piece by piece. I keep trying to tell y'all, if you don't want me to talk about it, don't come online and do it. I didn't force you guys to hit that button, and I didn't force you guys to say the things that y'all say on live. Period. I've never sat here and gave anybody's personal information other than what I saw. And what y'all are not going to do is sit here and say, oh, well, Kush, you know, just because you went out to California, you know, you can't talk about what you saw. That was my trip just as much as it was her trip, too. What you mean I can't talk?
Somebody named Christina said you posted their info, Kush. Do you remember that?
Did I posted whose info?
Christina Johnson.
I've never posted Christina Johnson's info ever. I never posted Tina's address. I looked up the mugshots because she pulled up my mugshot. And I said, since you want to throw the first stone, let's be real. We all got charges. Go look up the live. Y'all be making anything up in the comments, man.
Okay. A mugshot for a mugshot.
You want to pull up my mugshot? Mine's is 10 years ago. But here's the thing, though. How about y'all go over to Tina and ask her, why did you start roasting Kush when Kush never said nothing about you? Tina's the one who went on her live and did a whole, oh, my name is Push. Yeah, P-U-Z-Z-Z-H. You know? Yeah, Leo, you feel me? I didn't even know Tina. I've never spoken to Tina. And you know what her response was on Blasted? Well, you could have reached out to me. We could have talked about it. What is there to talk about, lady? If you really wanted to talk to me, you could have inboxed me before you decided to sit here and humiliate me online, especially when I don't even know you.
And see,
you don't want to sit here and get in my ass?
I don't do
Go ask May why she still alleges that, you know, all these things happen with no text messages. Because I'm still waiting on these text messages about how me and my wife were texting her about some nasty stuff. We still don't have the receipts for that either. So like I said, if you guys don't like my response, leave me alone. Stop posting your personal business up here. You guys have been roasting me all week about my personal business. You feel me? And the whole CPS thing, like I said, I stand 10 toes on what I said. Any person who does not like people of color should not be babysitting anybody of color. That's my opinion, and I feel that way. Because in my mind, how I think about it, if somebody is racist to my grandma and they're their keeper, I'm definitely watching you under lock and key. Because I don't know what you're doing behind closed doors. And that's just the way that I feel. So period. I don't care how you guys feel about anything. I've never posted anybody's information.
The
I
message
never posted your
today
information ever.
be careful. Take the information that they share with y'all and apply it how you see fit. Like I said, my platform is an equal opportunity platform. Bella was absolutely welcome to come up here and debunk anything.
And here's the thing, Summer, remember I told you in the chat, I said I've had my separate issue Blasted and Bella. It has nothing to do with Kush. Y'all, I am a very neutral person, okay? I have a cooking page. I never talk about like other people's like Facebook celebrity or any makeup stuff. Like I don't ever do that. But somehow this person just started attacking me out of nowhere. So I have my own issue with Blasted. Blasted also betrayed me. Blasted lied to me several times. And I saw the proof of who Blasted really is. So I'm a whole separate person with a whole issue. And I found the real Bella Silva. Until I see proof that that's not her, she had several chances, okay? I stand on the fact that I've been harassed by a catfish. I've been harassed by an entire catfish. And I hope, Summer, I give you full permission to post what I sent you so that they can make their own decision. And hey, let me know if that's a real person to you.
Was there anything else that you guys wanted to add to this before we bring it to an end? This was a lot.
Yeah.
This was a lot.
Very draining.
I'm like, my head is like right now.
I want to say this. I ain't never called CPS on May. Listen, look, I will go shot for shot with you on Facebook before I sit here and call CPS, or I sit here and call CPS on somebody and what they doing. One thing that I truly believe in is you're going to have to deal with your karma one day. I may not be here to see it. It may not happen this year, but I've never called CPS on a soul. Period. Nobody showed up to Brandy's house, right? Don't put something done. Don't do that.
I didn't want all that outside noise to take away from the goal, because, and I know Kush has a lot of reasons to feel the way Kush feels, but my goal is here, guys, is I'm sticking to it, okay? You don't know who you're talking to, and that's very scary. I teach my kids this, okay? And I'm very sure of it. And I will stand corrected, but I know I would never come on here, and these are big accusations, okay, without the proof I have. This is my last time bringing an awareness to it. I am going back to what my platform is. I have a lot of good things going on there. Unless Summer needs me for anything, I will not go, well, I'm done with you, Summer. No. I really appreciate you, Summer, for being the first one to let my voice be heard. Because now after you do it, so many people want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wanted to do it before. This is very serious. Catfishing people on social media is very serious. Harassment is very serious. So I thank you so much for giving me the platform. You've been very neutral. You've been very good to me as far as you've never gotten involved in any way, and you have not sat there and taken information and been bad with it. You've been very respectful of me, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming up.
Same to you, Summer. Thank you for having us.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, you guys, there you have it. My mind is blown. So the purpose of this live was to bring awareness of someone who they had a personal relationship. Kush had a personal relationship outside of Facebook. The reason for it is because bashing started. They are saying allegedly that Bella started to bash them in the comments on Facebook and contacting their fans and et cetera. And they just wanted y'all to be careful. You know, if you believe it, apply it. If you don't, let it slide. Blasted X Y, Summer X Y Blasted wouldn't come on. I don't know. She was in the comments. She was in the comments. She was here, and she was more than welcome to come up. She didn't request. Bella was more than welcome to come up. She wouldn't request. And that was that. You know, that's it. It was It was a lot. And, you know, the message is just be careful. Be careful with whom you allow into your personal space on Facebook. And I think even if it doesn't apply to this situation, to that person, it's a good message, something to apply to your life in general. Bella Silva is just a person with a normal profile on Facebook who came across Kush's panel one day. Kush shouted her out because she said she was sick. So she asked her panel to send prayers for her. And they formulated a bond privately, you know, outside of just this part. You know, they used to chat in their inbox. They was in a group chat together, and things took a turn for the worse, and now they are here. She didn't come up. Seems like she got caught in her messy. I don't know. I don't like to make assumptions. I don't like to paint pictures. You know, the information was given. Y'all, you know, apply it how y'all see fit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the stars, Shakia. I appreciate you. I need to go in deep. If you are not following your girl, please hit that follow button, share out this live, and enjoy the rest of your night. Did anybody have anything they might have wanted to come up to share? I saw someone else in the comments named Jennifer. I don't think it was Jennifer Haskell. I think it was someone else. If you come up here, Summer Blasted commented earlier saying she wasn't partaking in a live as she got a lawyer yesterday and was advised against it. Woo! Y'all getting lawyers and stuff. Y'all getting lawyers and stuff. My God, it's getting serious. How did this Facebook platform and friendships turn into meeting lawyers? Come on, Mikey. First of all, you had me trying to keep a straight face, okay? With your comments that she was dropping.
Who, me?
Yes, you. I see.
I was just acting. I was turning up. No, but my whole thing is, number one, you know, we know the streets is messy and people like to gossip and spread rumors and stuff like that, you know, and we are entitled to be an adult. But sometimes this becomes really high school, and especially when you're posting up people's address. That's someone's safe house. You don't know they got kids. You don't know what they're really going through in real time for you to really post up someone's address. That is very cruel. That's very wrong. And I think that is too messy to the game. Like, you could do what you want and speak your mind and do what you got. But when you go to that level and to go ahead and harass people by putting their address out there and then calling the cops and sending them to their house, y'all doing too much on the internet. Y'all really is. And I know y'all like to be messy, but y'all risking people's lives. And it can become worse because you don't know who's really actually watching these panels. And then you can see that somebody could be a threat to them, and might not be you, but since you exposed their address, somebody out there could be linked to that and be in their neighborhood and come to their house and shoot them up. You don't know. It's very dangerous. The state is the city. You know
people
what I mean?
Are knocking people off for like no reasons at all. So going and searching for people's addresses, posting it, having it, you know, calling CPS. So I don't understand any of that. I don't understand how we got here, and people need to step back, like, and take a breather.
The address thing, I think that is very immature. That's very way beyond too much. Like, you know, the gossip and the drama is fine, but when you start digging into the addresses and you start going all in between someone's life like that, that's a serious matter. And that's sometimes you got to watch out, because that's why I don't play around. You know what I mean? I got a P.O. box. I don't give out my address to people. I don't even share it. Like, I don't do that stuff. You know what I mean? Because people for messiness, like, that's sad. And that's scary. Like, that shit bothered me when I start hearing people saying addresses. That shit affects me, because that's like, you got to watch out for people like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's their intentions, to post people's address up there and to threaten them by their home. That's not cool. That's not cool. It's, you know, there's a certain time and place to act a fool, and that's one of them you do not do. You don't go digging up people's address and then go and dig up their records and stuff like that because you want to find proof on them and want to expose them. That's not cool. I feel as though that's not cool. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my option on that. But other than that, I feel as though this was supposed to be like awareness to help other people to understand what you're watching and who you're supporting. But it seems like, you know, you can't trust other content creators, because it seems like when you're having a civil, private conversation, it's being reflected and recorded and using it against you in a matter of, you know, in months. Like, you know, you're being friends with somebody and then all of a sudden you're not knowing you're being recorded. You're getting a screen record, and the messages that you could be saying private messages, and boom, all your information is linked out there because you know someone's angry about you. Like me
No,
personally, if I didn't have, let me tell you something.
Hold on, Mikey. We're not. It's not that. It's not even about it being posted. It's just the fact that someone will go as far as to even looking up your address.
Right.
And if they were to take it a step further and post it because they have this information or they think they have this information, it could turn into something really, really bad. It's super scary that people will go that far to look up your address over some Facebook beef. Like
this is like me. If me and Summer room right now, like we're clicking, and then we had a fallout a month later, but she had inboxed me about some private information or some personal information. That doesn't make me to go live and make her look like a bad person and tell all her business out there. Listen, whatever in that private message stays in that private message. That's a real friend. No matter how angry we get between each other, we don't go bashing our private information, what we spoke on privately. Nobody needed to know that. So when that shows who a character of that person that's showing all that information like that about someone's text message in a private message, I will never want to be friends with that. I'm sorry. I'm speaking my truth, and I'm unfollowing. Not you, because you don't speak on me, but the ones that I did try to support, but I seen them on this app, and I'm like, damn, that y'all screen recording conversations now, that's really messy. That's really bad. So I just want to get on and let the people know, like, you know, if you don't see me supporting you, don't come bashing me. Just let it go. I'm a real one, and I don't got time for these Facebook streets. I join in, I jump in and keep my peace, but I don't got time to go running around causing drama and chaos. Listen, people talk about me every day. And at the end of the day, I live my life. So should you. Have a wonderful day, Summers. God bless you.
Let me ask you
Go
something,
ahead.
because I feel like I used to watch you and I didn't realize it was you. Did you used to do videos when you was like outside in your backyard or something like that?
Yes.
Okay, because I was looking at your face one day and I was like, it looks familiar. I feel like I used to watch his videos somewhere, but I can't remember where.
Yes, they took my page. It was Maybay. Maybay reported my pages. I got the text message from her. She said, I'm coming for you and other people. Because when I did the Maybay skit, she didn't like it. She thought, you know, it was very cruel for me to do that, she said. So she said she was going to mass report I was the first one to get mass reported from her. And then she said, fuck it, I'm going to start doing everybody else.
I knew you looked familiar. I'm like, I remember you being, I used to be like, look at, what is he doing?
Yeah, so I ain't got what that chick.
Thank you for coming up and sharing your piece.
God bless you, Summers. And I'm so sorry you got to go through all this, but guess what? It's the tea for you, honey, okay? Love you, girl.
Thank right back at you. Is it Sharia? It's Shara, right? Well, you need proof nowadays. It is what it is. You can't trust. But what I want to ask you is proof for what is Facebook. If somebody come on this app and talk trash about me, I'm not going to address it, because you know why? If you don't address it, 9 times out of 10 it's going to dwindle away, because a fire needs to be fueled to keep going, and if you don't fuel the fire, it goes away. You know what I'm saying? But people are going to do what they do. If you like to record or whatever, do your thing. If you feel like you need it, do your thing. You know, it's just too much. This all is too much. I agree that's low to record people like that. In my opinion, Kush shouldn't have called that girl out about her trying to sell those strips for her, because if she felt comfortable asking Kush to do that, then obviously she done it before. Thank you, Carla. I don't even know what those strips, I heard something about strips, but I don't even know what they are. Why is no one focusing on the fact that she hired a PI for a viewer? That just is dangerous. All of it is dangerous. All of it is dangerous. You know, it's just, all of this is too much, Ashley. All of it, I feel like, is too much. It's turning into harassment. It's kind of giving like stalker vibes when you're going in to get people. It's just too much. Like, all of it needs to be stopped, and people need to move on, in my opinion. It's just too much. Star Giovanna. You know, all of it is fueling the fire. People have selective outrage. I won't disagree with you on that, Jacqueline. All this is plain crazy and out of control. Hey, Hedemosa, basically something she prescribed for her addiction, which makes Kush even more low for doing it. But oh. I I had no idea. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who hit that follow button. Thank you for everyone who shared me out. If you enjoy content like this, the other content that we do, interviews have been a thing lately, but normally we just do recaps on here and talk about like what has been going on Facebook. This is not a place where you are dragged for your personal opinion. You are entitled to your personal opinion and view, but over here we agree to disagree and we keep it pushing. Like there's no reason to beef, whatnot. So thank you, Z-Rod. I appreciate you. Love you too. I'm going to jump up off here. I need to kind of breathe. I lost a lot of respect for her after seeing that. Have a great night. It was too much. Girl, I'm about to go get me some tea or something. Well, I don't know why they would have came over here doing Marie because my little itty bitty page, Kush got more numbers than me. Mama Lu got more numbers than me. So for view, I don't know. I don't know why they would have came for my platform for views because my platform little. I don't even got 10K yet. Hey, Dawn Marie. Bye, sweet truth. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bella Sylvia is real, I promise. Everyone has an opinion. Don't make one any better than another. Facts. Summer, are you a journalist in real life? Love how neutral. No, I'm not. And I don't think I can do it in real life because, baby, this is a lot. Y'all need to send Bella a check. Well, tell Bella to make a page, baby, because her name is out here. You welcome, Sheila. You need a drink? Love and support you always, Summer, but you have more class than both of them. Thank you, Jamie. Who? Is my boo live? Is just Sheila live? Because if she is, I'm going over there. Ciao. Good night, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. That just drained me. But the message in general, if we take out the person that it was being applied to, the person in the message in general was a good message. If it makes sense to you, apply it. If it don't, let it fly. I think everyone needs to be careful on this app. You never really know who is who unless you personally meet them and bond with them. So, watch y'all back, y'all, and be good out here in these Facebook streets. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.